Hey, welcome back to Cocky Gachas, and in this video I'm going to touch on the new patch notes that just came out a couple hours ago. That's going to touch on the patch tomorrow, as well as also having a bit of preview into what's to come in Eversoul. So without further ado, let's dive straight in. And here you can see love is in the air, Valentine's Day, right there. We are going to have the Valentine's Day event. Of course, as with every single gacha game, they're going to have this kind of event, and we already know about it. We talked about it in the previous news as well. The main story chapter is coming out, chapter 4, so we talked about this previously. Also, they have told us that chapter 4 is going to be available tomorrow, so people that are interested in the story, you're going to be in for a good time. I hope it's going to be decent, right? I'm not too sure how it's going to go, but I'm quite excited for it as well. Gate Breakthrough will be expanded to have 250 stages for unlimited gate and 125 stages for human, like whatever that is, right? Every single gate. So I think most people will not be affected by this. We haven't reached 200 yet. Even I myself have been a bit lazy, right? Only on 170 despite reaching chapter 16. I think I'm already like on stage 33 or something. So yeah, it is. I have no time to go and clear all the stages. But if for people that have cleared it, good for you, right? It's going to come more stages, more rewards. Next, we also have the guild raid that's going to be introduced on March 2nd. First guild raid boss is Sharite. I think it's called Sharite. I'm not too sure, but I googled it. And apparently Sharite is the name of some like hospital related to hospitals, right? So maybe it's a healing boss, who knows? But we are going to have more information when it's going to be later or nearer to the release of it, right? But very exciting news. Just to share my opinion on this, I think that the guild raid boss is a good addition, of course, but you also have to think about it, like how are you going to prepare for this boss upcoming, right? If you are still clearing chapters like earlier chapters, then maybe it's not a big concern for you, but maybe the units that you invest in might be like have to take into consideration the guild boss as well if you are really planning to take the game seriously, right? So single target DPS, maybe the undead team that we've used for Chloe event is going to be more relevant, who knows? So definitely think about it. But since we do not have much information yet, we don't know what units are going to be the best on guild boss, and of course this is the first guild boss. Subsequently there'll be more, and I'm sure that all the units would find their place in the guild boss raid, but definitely some of them will be better than others. Next, we have the new dungeon, Cave of Death. Apparently this is just like the addition to the Hall of Memories, right? So currently we have 3, and I think the 4th one would be Undead. So yeah, Cave of Death, nothing too much here to talk about, honestly. During the Valentine's period, the main login, okay, this is also login plus BGM, so it's just going to change. Apparently there is also something that is going to happen during the Valentine's Day event. We are going to go into other people's town, and we'll be able to clear Valentine team animals or monsters, right, to get the currency so that we can change it for the event rewards. Next, we also have the event, like the main event itself. So this we already know that it's going to be like similar to Dual Gates event, right? And I also sent a link photo of it. I might put it in the video after the editing, right? You will see it for yourself. It's going to be similar to Dual Gates, and there are also going to be different clauses for the stage itself, and apparently it's 3 challenges. So yeah, I guess they are still sticking to the formula of having 3 challenges. Let's just hope that they give more rewards this time round, so that people don't have an outreach like the last time. And daily login bonus, as usual, we have daily login, daily mission, same things, right? And we can get soul memories for Rebecca and Jacqueline, so this is very important. Like I mentioned previously, I know that I think that if they were to not have this rewards for Jacqueline and Rebecca, so I think people is going to have an outbreak of rage, right? And some people commented and say that, hey, you shouldn't say that because the game is very generous. And I'm not saying that because I don't think the game is generous. I'm saying that because there is a precedent being set. So once you set that precedent, then you've done it one time, right? People are not going to be used to it getting removed, right? Even though it's very generous, if you were to remove something that is there, people expect it to be there, people are going to be unhappy. So good job, Kakao Games. At least you put it in, right? Otherwise, we're going to make a video to complain. Next, we have double reward boost. This one we touched on it in the previous news video as well. This one's very simple. It's just like basically double hearts event. This one is actually pretty good because the event runs for 3 weeks. I thought it's going to only run for 2 weeks, but apparently run for 3 weeks. So from 2 pulls per day that you can get from friendships, right, the hearts, you're going to get 4 pulls per day. So you're going to get an extra 42 pulls days in 3 weeks. That is pretty good if you think about it, right? Very good chances of you getting at least one epic. So good job here. Very good event. I like it. Arena victory double reward. We know it already. I've been saving some arena tickets for it so that I'm going to use it tomorrow. And next we are going to look at Dimensional Labyrinth. This one we have covered it before. Very good event, but it's going to come out February 23rd, so not too soon. 2 weeks later. Soul pickup, this one we've touched before. Prim, Mika, Siha, triple skip. Okay, new Soul pickup. Velena, and then Velena we are already running. We are having Velena now. Honglan in 1 week. Very excited. Saving my Eversoul, Everstones for it. Cash shops, so for people that are buying like the packs, right? I think these packs are not too bad, but I think the Velena packs are better if I'm not wrong. But if you really want to buy this, go ahead, right? It also gives you currency so that if you can't play or you really like the rewards in the currency shop, then definitely buy these packs to get the currency from the for this event, the Love Potions, right? New monthly packs. So all this I'm not going to touch on it, right? If you're really interested, go and take a look at it. I'm not going to touch on the value of this pack itself. Next we have the revisions and the bugs. So there are a lot of like changes you can see over here, right? I'm not going to touch on every single thing. I'm just going to mention the most important things. And first things first is that if you reset the level, monsters levels and Dimensional Labyrinth will not decrease. So this one is like you can't cheese it anyway, but I do think that hero mode is very easy now, so don't bother cheesing it anyways, and they're going to fix it. And then difficulty, so all this are just quality of life changes, right? It's going to show clear. Previously it's going to show like a red dot, very annoying, although you've already cleared it. And then attack animations. Okay, this one is a main thing, right? I've been spending so much time every day just hacking and slashing over the monsters, especially the one that takes 10 hits. Once you have like you visit a friend with a level 10 town, right? That monster is annoying as shit, right? It has to take so many hits to kill. Okay, and auto deploy now would select higher grade part-time jobs. Very good. This one just quality of life changes. Potentially will have more effectiveness. What is very important here is it's now possible to give rest to souls that are not at 0% energy. So if you're playing the game optimally as encouraged or recommended by me or in the town progression guide itself over here, I think. So if you progress that optimally, like sometimes you're going to left with no units that you are at 0%, so you might waste a soul rest spot, so this is going to fix that. So now you can play optimally. Once again, people visited your town. Okay, this is very good, so that you know who to visit back, right? After that, although you have a message to show their name, sometimes you click too fast, you don't really know who visited your town. So yeah, this is just a good quality of life. This is a very big thing. The placement limit inside the soul residence will be changed from 1 to 3. I think this would make the soul residence. So if people don't know what, I'm going to include an image of it over here. So the soul residence is the one that gives you stats, right, for the units that are inside the soul residence. Making it 3 units inside, I think it's going to be extreme value. I might start buying it. I already have like 20k like the town currency, so I might save for 50k for the large one. I'm not sure how much it's going to give. Potentially it's going to give 7% or more like stats for the stats that you buy, right? So yeah, very cool, very cool. Next is the guild update. We've talked about this. Guilds are going to progress faster. You're going to have more stuff, more rewards in the sense. Keepsakes and artifact, honestly, don't bother about this. Don't bother upgrading the keepsakes. It's not worth your time except for the mission. Artifact, you can check. Yeah, I think this is something is very annoying. I don't know why you can't check the artifact skill in the artifact equip screen. Okay, all this is not important. This is okay. This is also not very important. This just filter quality of life changes. All of this is quality of life changes. Nothing really too exciting. Okay, here we are on the like a buff, right, of Nico. Nico's ultimate skill is buffed in to make it, like, simply put, I'm not going to go in detail. Simply put, it's going to be more damage but smaller AoE. So it's going to primarily only hit the frontline units, right? Not going to touch the backline anymore, but you get more damage. So this is a decent buff, I guess. But the good thing is that it's ultimate skill buff, so you wouldn't really be affected by this in PvE. The opponent's Nico wouldn't be stronger in that sense, so I'm happy for it. I'm not too sure if it's going to elevate her. I might still fodder her, to be honest. Next we have the quality of life. Okay, all this is quality of life. And then now onto the bug fixes. Honestly, I run through everything. I don't think anything is especially important. You can read this yourself, right, about Lindsay, about Talia, but honestly nothing really changes. It's just like the text has been changed, and then for Talia itself, the skill was wrong, but it was all that we are used to already, so I don't think they change anything. And the Nicole passive, like all this is just fixed, but effectively everything is the same as before, so nothing changed really here, so I don't think I'm going to touch on it. I've read through the rest of the patch notes and nothing too much there. And that about does it for the review of this patch notes for the patch that's coming up tomorrow, as well as some of the preview for the stuff that upcoming in Eversoul and like the guild raid. So definitely leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you're most excited for in this patch itself, and also check out this video because it's very important if you want to excel in guild raid. Start preparing for it. This is important information. I'll see you guys over there. This is Cocky Gacha signing off.